I've been trying to think of many ways how to make this video, how to say this without, like, coming off too cold-hearted, but because I know nowadays a lot of people are sensitive, you know what I'm saying? I'm far from sensitive, everybody's gonna have their own opinion, but I'm comfortable in my own skin. That's the one thing about me, But one thing I'm realizing, man, is a lot of young men getting advice from other men, and it's not good advice. They are setting you guys up for failure. Already did a video on FedEx feelers, so this could be another video aimed towards him and other men that are alike, that are sending young men in a wrong direction as far as how to get women and to gain self-confidence. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Just be yourself. And when I say be yourself, as far as what other people may consider weird to you, there's a female out there that may consider that normal because she's just like you. There are weird people everywhere. But that doesn't mean that you have to change and become quote unquote normal. And when I say quote unquote normal, I mean like what everybody else wants you to be. Oh, get rid of your glasses. Oh, you shouldn't have dreads. They don't look right on you. Oh, you have weird mannerisms. I've even been guilty of saying, oh, people have weird mannerisms. But that doesn't mean that you should try to fix and change yourself just because people think that way of you. Because eventually it's going to come out. Eventually that weird mannerism that you've been trying to cover up is going to come out. And it's going to feel so good when it comes out because you've been faking it. You've been trying to be quote unquote normal just so that girl will like you, or just so your so-called friends will like you. And then once they see that, they're like, oh, what was that, bro? That was a little weird. I never see you do that before. You're going to laugh and joke about it. But deep down inside, you know that's who you really are. And it felt good to be who you really were. Then you start dealing with depression. Then you start picking up other quote-unquote normal habits that's not like yourself, that you're not being yourself. Then you lose yourself. That's really how people lose themselves in relationships, with dating and friendships, by being a quote-unquote normal just to fit in society. Fellas, it doesn't matter. If you have a gut, you have a gut. If you have man boobs, you have man boobs. Get in the gym because you want to get in the gym. Not because you saw a dude's physique and it looks good and you think, oh, I want to try to get like that. Not because there's a female you're trying to attract. Oh, I think she'll like me better if I have bigger biceps, bigger chest, whatever it is. Not because there's nothing wrong with being inspired by people. You're inspired by a weightlifter, a bodybuilder, a fitness influencer. But don't go out and jump out here and start working out and get on after just because you're inspired by the influencer. Don't do it. Do it because you want to do it. Because you enjoy fitness. Because you enjoy lifting weights. Because you want to get a new hobby. Why are you letting other men judge you and tell you what you should and shouldn't do? There's nothing wrong with advice. But it's crazy that there are dudes out here making money off of consultations with young men who need self-maxing advice. I feel sorry for you dudes. A lot of you dudes were raised by single mothers. A lot of you dudes were raised by weak men, clearly. Some of you dudes were raised by single mothers, but you still have your daddy. Like, you may talk to him on the phone. You may see him every once in a while. He's still in your life somewhat. So why do you feel the need that you got to go to these wannabe influencers out here that are just going to tell you that, oh, you need to get rid of your glasses, you need to cut your hair, you need to get in the gym, your jawline this, you should grow a beard? Most of you dudes aren't even getting advice from the type of females you actually want to be with, want to sleep with, whatever you want to do with them. A lot of you dudes are too scared to go to females that look like the female you're attracted to. If you're too scared to approach the female you really want, why don't you approach her, females that look close to her friends? Try to see what type of dudes they're into, what they actually like. And if you realize that's not you, yeah, I get what she likes. I could probably get to that level. You think in your head, I could probably start dressing like that. I could probably, but do you really want to do that? Is that what you really want to do? In the long run, are you going to be happy? If things don't work out with you and that female, are you still going to be that person? Are you going to go back to the person you were before you got with her? That's what you dudes have to ask yourself. A lot of dudes get with the female, I get her, they get in shape, you know what I'm saying? They start getting up on their hygiene more, cologne, you know what I'm saying? Reading and all this stuff. Then when they lose the female, they go back to who they were. They get depressed. My main point is that you guys got to work on yourself for you. Who cares about females? Females will always be here. Just like people who need to get on a diet and need to stop eating sweets or stop eating too much fried foods or too much fried chicken. That food will always be there. Work on you. Become a better you so you can present yourself to other people out there. If you haven't worked on you, if you haven't accepted yourself for who you are and love yourself, how are you going to be in a relationship with other people? How are you going to consider yourself a best friend, a good homie? Somebody who could give good advice when you haven't fully worked on you. That's what FitX fillers should be telling these dudes. That's what a lot of these relationship quote-unquote gurus should be telling these young men. Have you fully worked on you? When you fully worked on you, you don't care if a female doesn't like you because you have a weird mannerism. You don't care if a female doesn't like you because you have a big gut, a stomach. You don't care if a female doesn't like you because you have man boobs, because you don't really look right with dreads, but you like having dreads. Are you fellas out here really looking to be loved or to be accepted? It's a difference between being loved and accepted. When you're accepted, okay for now, but when you piss me off enough or I find somebody that looks a little better than you, you know, you may be betrayed. She may leave you. She may do this, may do that. Even friendships, you call a homie. When you're accepted, your homie will backstab you because he accepts you for now. Acceptance is temporary. True love is long term. You can stop talking to somebody, never talk to them again, but still love them. If they really need you, they could call you. Listen, bro, why we don't hang out no more? Because, bro, you on a different type of time. I still love you. I'm here. If you really need me, I will put my life on the line for you. But I'm not hanging out with you anymore because you're doing that and I'm doing this. I'm elevating and you're stagnant. It works both ways. A dude like FitX Fearless and what's the dude name? Steph Cole. They keep talking about females. It's not all about females because females are not going anywhere. They will always be here. What about you? What about your homies? What about the people you surround yourself with? Are you a person who picks up habits from your friends that you hang out with? Bad habits? You don't even realize they're bad habits. You think they're okay because you got 7, 8 homies. Y'all all do the same thing. Oh, me and my homies do it, and they get females. It's not a bad habit. They still get females the way they are. But you can't. Maybe that bad habit is hindering you. I could go on and on and on with this video, man. I'm making this video because I feel bad, man. I'm seeing all these young men that go present themselves to these dudes. They say, all right, take your shirt off, take your glasses off. Oh, how many women are you sleeping with? None of that matters. None of that matters if these dudes' heads aren't wired right. If they don't even have high self-esteem. If they aren't eating right. I told y'all, but I said this before in previous videos, but for newcomers, the food you eat affects how you go on about your day. Some of you dudes are eating too much, not eating enough, not fasting, eating the wrong foods, and those foods are stressing you out. Those foods are giving you ADHD, ADD. Those foods are raising your blood pressure. Yes, foods have an effect on how you feel, how you think, your mood swings. Yes, foods have an effect on your mood swings. A lot of people are not telling you this stuff, man. Y'all motherfuckers want to be eating McDonald's and Popeyes and trying to do this and trying to do that. You shouldn't be willing to just be sampling everybody's foods. Like, it's a little off topic, but man, I see a lot of these content creators that are trying to be food mukbangs and all this stuff. I can imagine what their insides look like. Always want to try somebody's food. Try this, try that, try that. There was a new chicken place. What's that new chicken place, man, that opened up in place of the tobacco shop that Dave Johns went to?
Dave's Chicken.
Dave's Chicken. There's a new Dave's Hot Chicken that opened up. I haven't been to it yet. It's been about maybe two and a half weeks, maybe 3 weeks. My co-worker, his son's been there. You don't think I like spicy chicken and fried? I like hot chicken, but it's all the same crap. How much fried chicken do I need to eat that's cooked in bad oils? That's non-organic, non-pasteurized chicken. How much of that do I need? Me and my girlfriend, we don't go out to eat that often. We don't know whose hands and wash your hands and how much salt and you know what they're doing with the foods. That shit has enough. Lately, me and my girl, we've been fasting. I went my second Sunday. I done did my second Sunday fasting. I'm gonna try to get 2 days, 3 days, and eventually a week, once a year. But yeah, man, I know these foods have an effect on, you know what I'm saying, my mood swings in my day to day. I realize that. But a lot of you dudes don't realize this. So it's like a rat race, or it's like a hamster wheel. A lot of you young men are stuck in a hamster wheel, and you have to fix these other issues in your life before you could think about getting females or getting in long-lasting relationships. A lot of you dudes can get females, maybe you clap the cheeks, but you can't keep a female long term. And before I go, just let me say this. You don't want to be that type of dude to make a bad name for yourself. When it comes to the point you feel like you got to leave the state and move to a different state because you done dated this so many females and now you got a bad name. Because word gets around town quick when you're young. And you done was dating this one for a while. You done broke up with this one. Now you sleep with the female's gonna not want to do with you. Stay away from you. You're gonna feel like, man, I can't get females. Every female knows that I did this or know this girl I was dating her. All the females I'm attracted to, they know each other or know this one. It's a small world, G. So really, look in the mirror, fellas. You young men really need to take your time and look in the mirror. Look at yourself as a person. Are you happy with yourself? Are you fully happy with the way you are? Until then, don't think about getting females. Don't think about changing yourself and doing this and doing that. Because you can't even fully do things for yourself. Do things that you enjoy. Things that you're willing to stand on. Like, I'm not willing to change that for a female. Stuff like that. You guys got any comments, man? Y'all leave them in the comment section, man. Share this video with somebody who needs to hear it. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.